The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tar Heels offense will take the first swing of the game. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
The receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. That swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Complete downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He'll do it himself. At the 45 on his way. He gets it to the... Line, a big play for this offense. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. I think this is...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The Sooners offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
The quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. Running back on linebacker, I win, but this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
On first down from their own 22. They'll ride the hot hand. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you, keep them off balance.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Oh, a big... Here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. He lost one down the sideline. And he'll prove it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, they execute the end route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Everett. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example thereof.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. He'll just keep slinging it. The throw. And they can't make the play on third down.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Utah found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win. But this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Salt Lake City. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They go to the ground. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Hey, midfield, he's got room. Oh, look out. Past the 10. Touchdown Sooners. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with the sack.
Back to throw, it's Whittington. They're working that left side.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
That's reeled in. It's Green. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was... not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. The Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. On third down, going up top. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave him no opportunity for a return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple at second.
Second down.
Running to the left. Smashes through. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down, 10 yards to go. They'll go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Fast motion from the offense. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They'll move the chains.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough.
Can anyone catch him? And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll run it to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line. Looking for a crease to the left. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So the offense will go for it around midfield. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it! Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Back to throw, it's Whittington. Quarterback on the move, still looking. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. They'll give it to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Got it. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Here we go. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
And the Tar Heels will kick it off to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, he'll let it fly. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown Sooners! And the pummeling has started. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
To the air, it's Whittington. Unloads to the wideout. The freshman just a little too much on that one.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
They've got the screen set up. Quick spin on the ride. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over the Astronauts. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Power football with the run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Now the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's right on target. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Running with power. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell this.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
To the air, it's Whittington. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. He has the 1st and still on his feet. How about that elusive? And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. It's complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Now North Carolina.
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the wheel route. He's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to the ground game on the left. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Here's the handoff. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the give off the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Lets it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on fourth down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking downfield, it's Singleton. Using his feet to buy time. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Going for it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches.
And he's running in the open. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Pushes ahead. Touchdown Sooners! And the route is on. With that in the lead, nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he tacks on the extra point. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick strike complete. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single cut.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Inside the 10. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift.
North Carolina.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David, really.
Looking deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stings, but you're not good enough.